To be quite honest, I really wish I could have gone to a different school. I really wish I could have gone to the East Coast because my family is from Jamaica and I grew up most of my life in Jamaica. And moving from Jamaica to Arizona was a huge culture shock. I was 11 years old, had a very, very thick Jamaican accent. My accent's changed a lot now, but it's really hard, especially going to like an all-white school. You get teased a lot, you feel uncomfortable. I didn't have friends till almost my sophomore year in high school because I was so embarrassed of who I was. And coming here to U of A was more, my parents wanted me to stay around white people because, they're a little racist in their own way, but they thought I'd be better off around white people. I'd get a better education. I'd be around less drama. But, when you're the only black kid around, it starts to get to you. You're too dark for everything. You're weird. You're just not enough. It's just I've always been the awkward one out. And coming here to U of A, I felt like that for the longest time. And finding like MLK coming here is just like a breath of fresh air. You sit down and you're surrounded by people who don't look like you, people who don't understand your struggles. As a black female, especially of a darker complexion, if I like a guy, I have to ask myself, like, would he even be interested in someone as dark as me? And I try to explain that to like my friends. They're like, oh no, the blah, blah, blah. But that is a thing. Guys will just not be into dark-skinned girls. And being here at U of A and being around other black students this year has been such an uplifting feeling. And once I heard about that event with, I don't even know his name, I felt my stomach just tightened and I felt goosebumps, I felt fear, and it was just, I couldn't believe, these are things I hear, in other places. I live in Chandler, Arizona. We don't have these type of events, and to know that happened just across the street is kind of scary in a way. And when I heard that administration didn't do anything, I was like, okay, are you surprised? Like, come on. If it was a little white girl, no offense to white people, if she had gotten beaten down, there would have been a UAPD alert. Fox 10 News national news would have been all over that shit. But because it was a black boy, everybody's like, oh, why didn't he defend himself? And, I heard he's with his white friends. And if that was true, what was his white friends doing? I know for a fact if somebody said, for a fact, somebody called me the N-word, the hard R, about a year ago. My white friends beat the crap out of that person, and I'm not saying to hate white people, but when you have white friends and, you have black friends, you got to stick up for each other. You have to show that you are past the racial norms, the racial slurs, and it's heartbreaking. And to know that, like, the administration is trying to do something, the UAPD did not report it, is bullshit. Like, this is straight bullshit. There should have been academic consequences from Thursday morning. It is Friday and we're protesting. This is a college campus and we're protesting. Like, is it disappointing that adults are just full of crap and like us children are the only ones that really like realize like this is wrong? Like, when are things going to change? Slavery ended 154 years ago. Segregation ended 55 years ago. Why am I still awkward? Why am I still the minority? Why are we minorities? Why? I just don't get it. What is the whole point of being racist to other people? Why do you want to put somebody down by something they can't control? I don't wake up in the morning and be like, let me be black today. Like, no. It's just who I am. Judge me for me being a bad person, not because of my skin. Like, that's just... I'll never understand that. You let us raise your kids, build your country. We made money for you, but we're the savages. We are the savages, yet we did everything. Yeah. That's all I have to say.
Are you going to be participating in the protest?
Oh, yes. I made 2 posters. I'm about to make another one. I'm not going to class. Hopefully I won't miss anything important, but I think it's time for it to be done. I learned about segregation and, all the civil rights stuff probably in 4th, 5th grade when I was living in Jamaica. And I never understood, I didn't even know I was black until I came here to, America. And now that I'm here, I'm a part of this. I have to. Every black person on this campus needs to show up to this protest. Even if you're 1/8 black, you need to show up. If you're not showing up, you are one of the few other black people that stand by and allow racist things to happen. These little things need to be cut from the root. You can't be like, oh, that's just one person, because it's going to be more and more. And it's not like this is like the first kid that's probably been called the N-word. I know so many people come around here drunk and stuff. They think nothing irritates me more than when Arab people or Mexican people think they can say nigga. Do not say it. You guys were never slaves. You may have been treated poorly. Yeah, you got paid like barely under way under minimum wage, but you were not slaves. You were not slaves. You were not captured and brought in from your own country when they came here. When the conquistadors came to Mexico, they did not enslave you. They colonized your country, but you guys were not slaves like Africans were. They brought Africans all the way to South America and treated them worse than the natives. So don't even fucking go there. Excuse my language, but you cannot say that word. And I'm sick of it. Stop saying that you feel our struggle. You don't feel our struggle. You're considered better than me because you're still a shade lighter than me. They're always going to see me as a nigger. They're not going to see you. They're just going to see you as a Mexican, which is not even as bad. You're considered beautiful still. I'm pretty for a dark-skinned girl. Remember that. You're pretty for a girl. But I'm going to be participating in this today. It's important. I have to stand up for him because us doing that for him probably makes him feel, because he has to live that for the rest of his life. You know, he's like 18, 19 years old. Came out to a predominantly white school that also this is not a very racist place, I would say. We're pretty like diverse, as in we have a lot of Asians, we have a lot of, Native Americans and stuff. So it's just really disappointing to see that a place I wouldn't think to be as aggressively racist to be so racist to probably a really sweet guy. So, yeah.